Identical twins pitchers David and Ryan Ledbetter are interviewed and compared by a Mavericks catcher who has caught up with them both.
First of all, welcome back among a number of High Desert Mavericks who were here in the season 2015 compared to 2016. Any big change in what we see from David Ledbetter this season compared to last season, David?
Just probably a more laid-back David Ledbetter.
Oh.
You know, baseball's kind of a game where the more you learn that there's so much to learn, you know? So you can never know enough, and so last season was a great trial for me, but I wouldn't be the man I am today if I wouldn't have had last year in High Desert.
What about you in terms of preparation? Anything different, anything more, or let me put it this way, what are you working on most to improve as a pitcher this season, day in and day out?
Definitely my mental game. My tools are there, I just need to continue to have the mindset of a pitcher, of a killer on the mound instead of just going up there and throwing the baseball, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it sure does. Tell me this much too also, when we look back and look ahead, you with day in and day out preparation as a relief pitcher, how does that differ from the same routines as David as a starter?
David has more of a structure throughout his season, so he'll have, you know, this day I do this day I do this day I do this, whereas for a reliever it's, I might go in the game today, so I need to do these things in order to get prepared for the game, but if I don't do this, then I can do this after the game as well. So it's a little bit more sketchy, but you can have, it's again, for me, I think it's more mental preparation. As a reliever, you need to be able to be mentally prepared at any moment.
Let's talk about a couple of the pitchers. You have caught both Ledbetters. Are they the same personality-wise, or are they altogether different?
No, they're the same personality. I never see some twins, like, they look exactly, talk exactly, everything is the same. But pitching-wise, they're two different pitchers. And our starter, David, he got a good command, good breaking balls. He's pretty good, like, controlling the zone or whatever. The other, Ryan, he's like a more power pitcher, late inning guy. He throws harder than David. Last year he had a little, he got struggling a little bit, but this year is a brand new year and brand new pitcher. They look really good this year.
How about the rivalry or the competition between you and a twin brother? As I mentioned to David, your mother will understand the way I asked the question if I mention the Smothers Brothers comedy routine of many decades past, where one always said, "Mom always liked you better," but as David said, you know, has one been the favorite of the other, or is the love really shared equally?
No, it's really shared equally. Our parents have been incredible in our upbringing and showing us both love. You know, like we're a Christian family, and they have been really good in showing us like the love of Jesus throughout our entire lives, and always equal, always willing to go the extra mile to show us that they love us. So there's not really any favoritism there. It doesn't feel like, at least.
Is Ryan the favorite? Is David the favorite? Or is it like most parents, you love them each, but you can't say one is a greater favorite than the other?
I think you're hardly going to find someone ever say that they're the favorite. But I truly think that my parents love Ryan and I both the same exact amount. We actually think our younger sister is the favorite, but I think that's our go-to, and she'll probably say that we're the favorites. So,
how much of a boost and impetus is it when you know the family's out? Your mom has promised to come out and see you guys this summer. Does that make a difference when you're out there on the mound, or do you have to put everything like that aside?
No, you gotta. I mean, the mound is a haven of peace out there for most guys. For me, it's just a way. It's where you just let your instincts play. You know, like you can't think about anything. All you're thinking about is competing that pitch. So as soon as you bring all that other stuff in there, that's when you think too much.
What about the day and the days of the draft? I can only assume and imagine when David was, I believe, a third-round selection, it was everything supportive and cheering for him, and then just hoping that as soon as possible you'd be called next.
Exactly. That's exactly the way it was. We were just, oh my, did you hear that third round? Let's go. And then we were just waiting, hoping that I could join him. And then actually it worked out that we're on the same team, same organization now. So God's plan, always sovereign.
Very, very good. And I really enjoy and appreciate those comments in those respects. Any advice you give for the young pitchers that are wanting to be, whether Little League, high school, on up to college pitchers, if they want to make a profession of this, what are some things that you would advise or advice you would offer?
Number one, you got to make time for it. That's the biggest thing, I think, is consistency and continuing to get better every day and making purpose behind each pitch you throw, each hit you take. Every rep matters. And the sooner you learn that, the sooner that you determine yourself to go after a goal like that, the quicker that you'll get there. The more ahead of the competition that you'll be. And I think that's what I wish somebody would have told me when I was younger.
Ryan, I really appreciate these comments. Good luck as we get further into this season, and appreciate this. We'll get it online and make sure that everybody back home and in Cedarburg gets a chance to see it.
Awesome. Thank you, Terry.
First weekend, things look good. Can you compare this team to last year?
I mean, last year we got a great team. We can complete the whole thing. We cannot win the whole thing last year, but we almost did. But we got a really good team this year. But the Mavericks in 2016 is a lot better than last year. We got better pitching staff. We got Oscar Marin working hard every day with the pitcher. We got a lot of talent and a lot of guys who want to get better this season.
Interesting enough, to a six-man rotation, so a lot of depth among starting pitching. 1 week into the season, are you seeing notable differences between 2015 and 2016? I mean, this team really seems like it's loaded for bear and delivering, and has been very successful right out of the gate.
Yeah, we definitely have a different chemistry than last year, and we kind of went into the season understanding what we have to do in order to have success while we're here, and then our preparation has been better regarding, you know, the wind, the elevation, whatever you want to call all this, you know, the nonsense that high desert brings about with it.
You saw
That's a big thing.
Demonstrating tremendous improvement from start to finish to end of season, and an outstanding first start this year. Was that the epitome of pitching to contact?
Yeah, you just got to go out there and compete. I mean, the California League is a notorious hitters league, especially high desert. So as a pitcher, the one thing you can do is limit walks and then obviously pitch to contact. You're not trying to load the bases up because a pop fly can soon be a home run very quickly here. So, I mean, I had a lot of walks that game, but the defense helped me out a ton. And and you have to trust your defense no matter where you're at. So.
Any major difference? Well, I know there are. What are some of the major differences in your day in and day out preparation being a starter compared to brother Ryan as a relief pitcher?
Well, for one, I get much more of a routine, much more of a schedule. With Ryan, he could be back-to-back days, or he's typically every other day, as opposed to me, I know exactly when I'm going to throw. So there are days when I can throw a lot more, and then days I can throw a lot less, and I'll be okay. I'll be able to recover. But for him, he has to stay consistently with, you know, like 90 feet every day and really practice throwing strikes in and out every day. I mean, everybody's got to do that, but.
What are the biggest differences, amateur baseball to professional baseball, in your case as a pitcher?
Well, I'd say going to Cedarville, I was a big fish in a small pond. And then as soon as you get drafted, everyone's a small pond. Or everyone's a small fish in a big pond, except for those rare occasions. But you have to just trust your stuff. No matter where you're at, always believe the job done. If you can do that, then you'll be fine pitching no matter anywhere. You can high desert and do well.
Is that the answer to the question that I did preview? Is any advice for the young pitchers from Little League on up to high school to community college pitchers? And what advice do you have for them to try to persevere and make this a career as you have?
Just trust your stuff. Never take any day for granted either. Always try and get a little bit better every single day. If you can do that, then you'll be the best player to ever live. But the idea is what you want to incorporate in your daily routine. How can I get a little bit better than today?
Does the Ranger organization have a system or a method for their pitchers that at every level, this is what they tell their pitchers how to approach, an approach they have?
Yeah, they got plan for every single pitcher. They got a good plan. You can see around the years how many guys from the farm have make it to the big leagues and been successful in the big leagues. So they got a plan. They got rules on the pitchers, and right now that rules have been working for us.
What about new manager this year? You have Howard Johnson, Hojo. Is there one hard and fast rule? Everyone knows now this is one rule. Everybody has to know they must follow with Hojo as the manager.
Yeah, Hojo is a good manager, pretty lean back guy. He played the game for a long time. He was a star in the big leagues. He's like a quiet guy. It's all about business. He's a relaxed guy with the player. Don't put any pressure in the player, but he got his rules. You gotta be on time. You gotta play the game the right way, and you don't gonna have any trouble with him.
Well, we are really looking forward to you getting back out there, Kevin. Thank you for these comments, for this interview. Good luck as things develop.
Thank you. Appreciate it.